Okay, so today we're diving into something pretty wild.
Yeah.
When you talk about unlikely allies in history.
Hmm.
Uh,
Right.
I mean, this one kind of takes the cake, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We're talking about the war in Ukraine, obviously, but with a twist.
Yeah.
We've got North Korean troops now in the mix.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a conflict that starts as a regional issue
Right.
and then suddenly it's pulling in, you know,
Support from all over.
yeah, all over the globe. It's really
Yeah, yeah, and especially I think North Korea. I mean, a nation that for so long has been considered
isolated.
isolated, right?
Yeah.
So it really does make you stop and think, what's motivating these alliances?
Yeah, what's in it for everybody?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. What's in it for everybody? And this is something that I don't think anybody saw this coming. It really did come out of left field.
Yeah, it blindsided a lot of people.
Yeah, and suddenly we're hearing these reports of a North Korean soldier captured by Ukrainian forces.
Yeah, pretty wild stuff.
So what do we actually know about this captured soldier?
Well, we know the capture happened in the Kursk region of Russia.
Okay.
And that's significant because it places North Korean troops like right inside Russian territory.
Okay.
The soldier himself described as being pretty gaunt, injured.
Oh, wow.
Sources are a little hazy on this one. It's we're getting stuff off Telegram. There's chatter within South Korean intelligence, but both Ukrainian and North Korean officials.
Officially, they're not saying.
Yeah, they're keeping it zipped.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, okay, so why would North Korea, this is a nation that's famous for being isolationist.
Yo.
So why would they get involved in a conflict thousands of miles away?
Well, I think it's important to remember that earlier this year, Kim Jong-un and Putin, they signed a defense pact. They promised to back each other up if either one got attacked. And, on the surface...
It seemed like a strange pairing.
It did, yeah. Total head scratcher. Right.
Yeah.
But, when you dig a little deeper, it starts to make a little more sense when you consider the problems that Russia's been having in Ukraine, Their forces have been struggling. They need more manpower. And North Korea, they've got this massive army, right? So you can kind of see how Putin might look to them to fill the gaps.
Yeah, right. I mean, fresh troops, new boots on the ground.
Yeah.
But are they actually up to the task? I mean, we've heard rumors, right?
Yeah.
That they're having some issues. What's the reality on the ground? What are we actually seeing?
Well, it sounds like those rumors might be more than just whispers, The reports coming out suggest that the North Korean troops are facing some serious challenges. Heavy casualties, logistical nightmares. They're even running short of basic stuff like drinking water.
Oh, wow.
There are stories about equipment failing because they don't know how to use the Russian tech. Apparently, there are even cultural clashes that are making it hard for them to work effectively with the Russian troops.
Yeah, no, that's a huge deal. It's not just logistics anymore. It's like a recipe for disaster.
Exactly, yeah. And all this is playing out, especially near this village of Novoivanovka, where the fighting has been really intense.
Right.
The conditions there are supposed to be really, really rough. It just underscores how tough it is for these guys so far from home, thrown into this mess.
And I think it's so easy in situations like this to forget about the human element.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we're talking about lives, and President Zelensky, he's actually put a number on it. Over 3,000 North Korean soldiers killed or wounded in the Kursk region alone.
Yeah.
That's a staggering number. It really, really brings home the cost of this alliance.
Yeah. You have to wonder, what does this all mean in the long run? What are the long-term consequences of this,
Yeah.
For North Korea, for the world?
Right.
Is Kim Jong-un using this to get closer to Russia, to China, trying to build up a stronger front against the West? Could this, make other countries decide to pick a side?
Right.
It's a lot to unpack.
Yeah. Yeah, you've definitely given us a lot to think about today. I mean, it's incredible. You've got North Korean troops in Ukraine. There's this captured soldier shrouded in mystery. The casualties are mounting. And all these alliances at play, it's a lot.
It's wild.
It really is wild. I think the big question I'm left with is, what does this mean for North Korea's place in the world, moving forward? Especially with the human cost, the lives lost. Could this be a gamble that backfires? Could this actually push them further away from the rest of the world?
It's a good question.
It's something we'll have to watch closely, folks. This is a situation with far-reaching consequences. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And keep an eye on this one, folks. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next.
Absolutely.
Until next time.